Ready?
Yeah, man.
We live to the free world.
It's looking that way, boy. Something gotta happen and something gotta change.
I think it almost seems like it's like part of the show.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like they love to make us work for hours, baby.
Ooh.
You know, I played this about 3 times while we were setting up, man.
This the first time I really listened.
This shit is like zenny. Like not zenny boy, shout out zenny boy, but I mean it gives you a zen vibe, you know? Yeah.
Alright, man.
I sound like an old school player. Macaroni. Shout out to two-breaster. Chest here, Tony.
Okay.
I'm trying to hold you down. I'm trying to get a little kitty out. When I put it in, she go out. That's how we start, man.
You got a lighter,
You gotta
man.
shake that off you, man.
You out of control, man.
Get it out.
What's up with you, man?
What's up, my good man? Shout out to the Raw Hypers, man. Welcome back to another week of this thing that we do here.
Yeah, man. It's your boy Black Freckles, aka Hype.
It's your boy Rebel, and this is indeed the
Raw
Raw Hype. And we would like for you to please Raw Hype responsibly. We just found that button just now.
Like no, but that nigga like, all right, I'm hitting it early before I forget.
Exactly, to put it in my mind. No, before we even talk about anything, right? The last show or two we did, I wanted to bring this up, and I kept forgetting, or we just didn't get to it. Have you been paying attention to the Mandela Effect?
Yeah.
Has it been freaking you out as it has been freaking me out?
Nah.
Please explain why you don't think that's freaky.
Well, mainly because a lot of them be shit that you still can see, and it is still around. Like a lot of them be like, Church's Chicken's logo was like this, and now you can't find it. But
Chick-fil-A's logo.
I was just,
See, how you spell Chick-fil-A?
CHICFILA.
See? Now we're going to Google Chick, CHICFLIA, and Chick-fil-A spelled with a K. Now tell me if you haven't lived your life believing and remembering it didn't have a K.
Right.
I had it on my phone, but we're using that phone to record, so this is going to just have to be something I personally show you. I found the picture of a Chick-fil-A without the K.
Listen, man.
The Mandela Effect has been freaking me out because, like, you're telling me what I remember isn't true, isn't real.
Right.
And then when I go to look it up and search on your search engine, I'm finding conflicting things. Like today, right, we was driving, and another Mandela Effect we found out was like Britney Spears when she did the "Ooh, baby, baby." You remember that video when she was like a schoolgirl?
Yeah.
Do you remember the color of her dress?
I want to say it was like maybe like a plaid.
We're here, guys. Apparently, it was black.
Okay.
See, you can't. Don't give up on your memory so easy, man.
Listen, man. Like this is such your alley way more than mine. And it's funny because I think the same thing every time we have something like this or you bring something like this to my attention. I usually ignore the internet for bringing this to my attention. It's that I don't care.
Why? Okay. When you say you don't care, yes, you say that. Yes, it's true. But in this field, why you don't care about the fact that a memory you had that you are sure that you lived is completely incorrect?
It's because I don't have to get the proof to know that I don't know what's going on.
Granted, but
you feel me?
But when you get proofs like this that go against what you remember, like specifically, that's why this Mandela Effect is freaky to me, man.
Yeah, I chalk it as like a coincidence, and I get it. Clearly, everybody's not going to have the same coincidence. You just asked me 2 questions, I answer. I get all of that. I totally do. But I just look at it from a standpoint of like, one, it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like if it used to have a K and now it doesn't, like that doesn't mean anything. You feel what I'm saying?
It means something.
Oh, facts. Yeah, yes. Okay. Okay,
on,
put it like this.
Don't do this to me, man.
Whatever it means, I'm not going to find the answer to.
Okay, so I get your point on there. But it's also my point for the most part. Like if it's something you can't fix or change, like fuck it.
The first time I heard about it, it was interesting though.
Well, first time I heard about it, it was like, oh, okay. I'm a part of it now.
Right.
Like Looney Tunes. Do you know how you spell Looney Tunes? Don't spell the Looney, spell the Tunes.
Don't
go against your brain. Tell me what you think you remember seeing Looney Tunes.
I want to say TUNES.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and you want to say TOONS, right?
I know it's TOONS because I remember they had one when the motherfuckers would poke their head out of the O's.
Oh, right, I get all of that. I don't know, man.
I
want to care.
Why I care about it, right?
I get why you care. I completely get
Here's
why you
I care, right?
It's like why I want to do DMT is why you care. As crazy as it sounds, that's why you care. I get it. And until I do DMT, I can't care. but afterwards, I'm going to go to DMT land and be like, man, I want a chicken fillet. God damn it. But I get it. I already know what you're going to say. Go ahead, though.
Let me say it.
I totally
We said this on the cast before, right? I feel like Trump was president because somebody went into the past and altered it. I also feel, I was just telling my lady this while we were just discussing this in the car right over here. And, you know, this is our real in. I believe Kobe died because somebody went back in fucking time and fucked with whatever that led to that. I would have liked to believe somebody else probably prominent might have died.
Trying to reel me in for real. I get what you're getting at.
Somebody else prominent might have died, but them going back and switching that made it to where it's him. Right. You said this to me, and when I said it to my lady, you never realize what someone said to you when you say it to someone else. Example, you said to me, I think Kobe is the only motherfucker on the 75 greatest players of all times that died. So, like, you have people like Dr. J and all these people who like 70, 80 who are still alive. The only one that's dead is Kobe.
It's something else. He's something else. It's not that. Because some people on the top 75 died, like Wilt Chamberlain.
I know what you're talking about, but it's something else.
Wilt Chamberlain died? I didn't even
Yeah, Wilt Chamberlain died.
Sorry, Wilt.
I know that.
Something else then, but you told me something along the lines of Kobe was the only.
Yeah, I remember what you're talking about. It just wasn't that. I forgot what it was though.
Well, I apologize, but those two highlightable things make me feel like they shouldn't have happened.
I feel that.
I'm sorry. Donald Trump should have never been able to be the president of the United States of America.
In the history of basketball, this is a weird one. Is that only 3 people who ever won MVP are dead?
Is that what you probably said?
That might be it. It's Moses Malone, Wilt Chamberlain, and Kobe.
That might have been something along those lines.
Isn't that weird as fuck though? Because they're like old.
Yes, but there's older people like fucking Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He like 70 plus or something, and it's like they alive and he look well.
Yeah, he does. He does.
So
I don't know, man. But I completely get what you're saying. But
too much more of it popping up, so which makes me feel like
you try to bring Kobe into it and make me think.
I reel you in. But you ever seen that movie, Hot Tub Time Machine? So you remember Hot Tub Time Machine? The nigga went back into time, and you know the second one,
he had Lugal.
Exactly. Yeah. So he changed shit in the future. So when them niggas came back to the future with memories of their future before, so it's like that. I feel like that's what we got going on right now, man.
Time travel is where you were going with that.
Yes, somebody clearly did some time travel and they fucked up the.
I fuck with that.
They fucked up the multiverse.
Yeah,
they fucked up
the.
What the fuck Doc Brown from Back to the Future said, man? They fucked up the space-time continuum.
Yeah, think about it, right? So if me and you are here right now, right?
Here right now. Sorry, go ahead. I just ain't did that in a long time, man, and it was right there. I had to take it, man.
All right, so if me and you are here right now, and something placed us here right now, and placed us here with all of the memories that we have no way of knowing that happened to us. Like something that placed us here right now and gave us memories of us recording this a week ago and memories of like our whole lives. You feel what I'm saying? Like, let's say, you know, like the time travel type of thing. When you went back to that time, it was like, boom, you're here right now. These are your memories. This is your life. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Like any of those things could happen if time travel is possible. You could be placed at any place at any time.
Yeah, and you won't remember. I was watching the show on HBO, sadly, because I'm a weird show watcher. It's called The Time Traveler's Wife. And it was a movie, but now it's a show. And essentially, if you haven't watched it, I don't think I'm a spoiler, but spoiler?
Spoil it, man.
He is a time traveler. Whoopee! Spoiled it. But essentially, what happens is he met his wife, right? And he literally groomed his wife to be his wife. Like, he would go back and travel while she was like 12 and shit and 10 and shit and like teach her how to be a better woman and all these types of shit, you know, while she's falling in love with him. And then one of the scenes, like she was like maybe like 13 or some shit like that. And he was like, yeah, I ain't finna see you again until you're like 18. And she's like, what the fuck? I ain't finna see you for 5 years. Or like 20 something, one or the other. But he ain't seen you for like a long fucking time. I say all that to say, in the time travel, he shows up in different times that a version of him is in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he's encountering with the him and shit. So it's like he also trained himself to be a better person. It's crazy, man. I enjoy it.
Like Peter Petrelli and shit.
Yes. So it's some shit like that. So in the time travel shit, he was like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. Spoiler alert for real this time. He, of course, saw his mom die. So he keeps time traveling back a lot of times to that day.
Like The Flash.
Yes. I don't remember the...
He did in the TV show.
Okay, yeah. I think that was like in the first season or two and it was good.
Yeah, I definitely stopped watching that show.
Right? And he met younger him, who that day had an argument with his mom, but of course didn't know he was going to die, but older him knew he was going to die. And like
Hiro Nakamura.
Nigga, you have a...
It's all right, though.
That's what makes it funny, you know. All of your like this, spot on, yo. All I'm saying is, again, he one time he actually time traveled with his younger self, right? It's crazy, man. But how they wrapped it in is pretty good. They did a good job. And he tried to his younger self saw his mom, who didn't see his mom because, of course, his mom died. And the guy was like, "You're gonna have a big old fight." And all this type of shit, and you know, you can't change it. Like, this is what's happening. He's like, no. He's like, when is it gonna happen? He's like, in a minute. He's like, you're telling me something is gonna happen, and I'm just not gonna do it. He's like, yeah, you can't not do it. He's like, well, how long left? He's like, 30 seconds, right? And literally, they have the conversation, and he's like, you're gonna turn around. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna turn around. And then literally, he sees somebody look like his mom walk past, and then he turns around. And then he runs to his mom, because again, in his life, she's dead, but now he's seeing her. So he goes and he fucks with her, and he's loving her, and she cusses his ass out. You know what I'm saying? And Wiles, because he like was skipping class and shit before, and she seen him in the mall and assumed that he skipped class. And he's like, I'm gonna tell her right now, don't go in the car because she about to die. Right. And she cusses his ass the fuck out and tell him get the fuck up out of here, and then he cries and all that shit. So it's like shit like that. Shit that's supposed to happen gonna happen no matter how much you intervene. So I say a prominent black person probably was gonna die, and then when they went back to make Trump the president, they killed Kobe instead of whomever it is that may have or should have or would have died.
Donald Trump was already the president.
Yes.
In November, man.
No, but I'm saying, come on, it's a trickle down effect, nigga. I didn't mean it happened on the same day.
I got you.
But it's like what it is. It's like, hey, if you go back in time and you give your daughter $1 million, she's gonna overdose on heroin. And he's like, so you know what I'm saying? You're like, hey man, I'm not gonna give you this money. I'm gonna give you this money. Don't ever take heroin. Trust me, never in life. It's like
what we said with the habits and shit. Nigga just keep doing the same shit and try to stop. Look, man, this is why I don't talk to this nigga, man.
This why
Look what he
got
got me in
open
here
that
talking about, bro.
Open that mind.
This nigga want to talk about time machines and hot tubs and.
But see, I can see how, like, nigga, what's wrong with you? Why are you talking about the type of shit?
Man.
Why do you care? But it's like, what do you want me to care about? Nigga, Rick and Martin? Rick and Martin. Did you hear about Rick and Martin?
Of course I did not hear about
Rick and Martin is under, he's about to be arrested and shit for fucking his nephew.
Nah, bro.
Okay, see? That's what you want me to care about.
I don't. I don't at all. I don't at all, man. Like, man, people done lost me in this world, man. I just the last regular nigga left, man. Look at what people be talking about. Ricky Martin. I don't even know what song he's saying. What song he's saying?
Living la vida loca. She's a devil.
Every time you say Ricky Martin, I keep picturing Oscar De La Hoya.
Right, I can see that.
Yeah, but yeah, man, don't make me talk about Ricky Martin either, man. We talk about like pedophiles every week now. Like I don't want to be known as that, bro.
So is that us or is that all the pedophiling that's going on lately?
Like
nigga?
remember we were talking about them kings and whatever. Like it's becoming too common, man. Like I don't want this to be the show where we're just talking about pedophiles. This is not Chris Hansen and shit. Nigga have Chris Hansen as a guest every week and shit.
Now, Chris, as an inspiration to podcasters like us and people all across the world, when did you know you wanted to catch your first pedophile? Us, man. That's next for us, baby. We always talk about elevation. Yeah, we finna be the new Chris.
I feel like that's kind of...
Whoever goes in time machine next, make us...
Do not make me. Make that nigga the new Chris, man. Make me a motherfucker to somebody else, man. A quarterback or something for the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey, let's get childish for a second. We here now. Who would you have, keep yourself real. We get it. I want to be nobody. Whatever the fuck.
If I could be anybody over the history of time?
Yes.
The Rock. No,
bro. Went there 5
No problem. The Rock. Yeah, The Rock is like almost like a Homelander. If you're familiar with Homelander out there, guys, like everybody just loves The Rock. You know what I'm saying? Even if he's a piece of shit behind the scenes. Like, I would argue with someone that The Rock's not a piece of shit behind the scenes. And I feel like other people would too. And that's how good it is to be The Rock. That's how good it is to be The Rock, man.
Who the other day, The Rock supported somebody who did some kind of fuck shit, and then he came back and said, oops, didn't know, my bad. And everybody was totally fine.
Oh, yeah.
The Rock. I was like, man, that's The Rock. That nigga got cash.
I definitely would say The Rock. And then, like, The Rock has been, man, he was The Rock initially, and then he's been, like, super duper famous, more famous than The Rock for about 15 years.
That is such a... Do you realize what you just said?
Yeah.
I like what you just said, man. The nigga was The Rock, but he then became more famous than The Rock. That's
like,
hard.
No bullshit, bro. And The Rock was pretty fucking famous.
That's why you say it's so hard. It's like, on his own, if he had just stopped there, he was famous as fuck.
No bullshit.
But then you add on his last 5?
Yeah.
15?
Yeah. The Rock might be the most recognizable person on the planet. And that's not even a goal of mine. It's just that I think The Rock has a dope life.
Shout out to The Rock.
And he gotta be fucking filthy. And every bitch be wanting The Rock. Like, come on.
Is he even married? Like,
he was, but he got an old lady now. And his ex-wife, his manager. Like, they all cool and shit. Like, only The Rock could do something like that. Like, my marriage didn't work, but we all cool. That's like my family.
She handles my books now.
Like, straight up. Like, no bullshit. She be getting him big deals and, like, get money from that.
Those are amicable breakups.
Like, The Rock's so dope, you would like to be his ex-wife.
Regardless of how she became it.
Like, no bullshit.
Whether the nigga cheated on her or people's elbow her. Like, she's like, I'll take it either way.
Like, no, but they had to be on at least decent terms for them to have a relationship they have, man.
Still have a business relationship.
Man. You can't ask for a better life than The Rock.
Shout out to The Rock.
Who you got? Who would you be if you could be anybody, man?
I didn't even give myself the time to think of it for myself.
Mine was immediate.
I don't have anybody. I can think. That's what I'm saying. Yours was so immediate. I was like, well, damn, nigga, I'm underprepared.
Yeah. And I even think of The Rock, like, he already old. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like old, like an old ass man. I mean like I wouldn't pick Tupac or, you know, Kobe. You feel what I'm saying?
Listen,
you know?
I was prepared for you to say Kobe, and I was going to respond, you know, you're going to still take him being dead?
No way.
So that's what I was going to say.
I would have picked The Rock, though, even if Kobe was alive.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I would pick The Rock, for sure.
I'll come back with my answer.
For sure.
You posted something in here about this guy. Want me to just go ahead and play it?
Bruh, watch this shit.
All right, let's go.
This shit is like...
So we just got the next
this is what happens on TikTok.
Images and data from this first JWST image release.
Let me tell you this first and foremost. Yeah. This is like newsy, but it's going to be a part in here where you're going to see a map and it's going to say, wow. Go. Watch. Nah, you exiting that, man.
Oh, I ain't never seen that feature before.
Yeah,
that's why I usually
watch only.
Oh, but this shit follow. Damn it.
Yeah, I see.
Yo, they sneaky as a motherfucker.
The Supreme Court has just issued yet another dystopian ruling, completely undermining the Fourth Amendment. The Supreme Court has ruled that Border Patrol agents can make warrantless arrests at homes anytime within 100 miles of the U.S. border. While the Fourth Amendment guarantees a right to privacy and a right to protection from illegal search and seizure, the Supreme Court said, too bad. Instead, ruling 6-3, the right-wing Supreme Court said the Fourth Amendment simply does
that map
not
is
apply.
everybody.
Look what Florida is on that job.
On that border? What border we buy? Who the fuck we buy down here? The water border, nigga?
Yeah, I know. I don't know. Oh, no, it's the border period.
Yeah,
it's the border period.
Okay,
like, you ain't got to be going to Mexico, the border period.
Yeah, I thought about that.
All right, so basically, we're just doing a small take of what that was. It was basically saying that they can arrest you for absolutely no reason and search you for absolutely no reason if you are within 100 miles of the border. And then it shows a map of the things that are within 100 miles. And it was all of Florida.
Let me ask a question. Is there like since it's border related, has anything to do with immigration relation?
I think it's Border Patrol or whoever it is. Mm-hmm. They're the people that can do it.
So like they can just pull up on me on my block, chilling, watching Xbox. They can come to your
crib and everything.
See, man.
We legitimately are moving backwards in this country, yo.
I think this was the last episode that I literally asked. Water? Is that? Yes, it is.
All right, go on.
Yes, it is. We literally was talking about like the power these people have to fucking change laws that were there so they don't have this power. It's literally like, it's like a bitch who signed the NDA, but now she doing a fucking sit-down conversation with fucking Ricky Lake.
Right.
Who the new Ricky Lake, nigga?
Shit, I don't know.
That's nigga Ricky Lake all I had. But Like, how is
Ricky
this?
Lake. This nigga 100 years old. Nigga said Ricky Lake. And nigga fuck around be on Jenny Jones. Who nigga? Jenny Jones.
But that's what I'm saying, man. It's like, how is this possible? And like you just alluded to, the whole of Florida is on that motherfucker. So think about it like this: the U.S. map that we have,
right,
a border around all that motherfucker. So the New Yorks, the California, if you on that border, the Washingtons, you know, man.
Like how you was just talking about what you was talking about with the time travel and shit, right? All right, so this news, okay? I don't care about this news, to be completely honest with you. I don't care about it. But I don't like to see it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like I don't feel like it will affect me in any way, to be completely honest with you. But it's I don't like how we literally seem to be moving backwards as a country, bro.
In the sense that like you could, like you said, and why are so much of it have to do with locking people up?
Yeah.
Like why you always want to be able to detain a motherfucker without cause? Like you going down with the least cause before. So now when a nigga say, hey, you need probable cause, you say, but technically I really don't. Like, how you know? Well, because of the new mandate that was just passed and the new law that says, nigga, I literally can do whatever the fuck I want to do.
Straight up. I had to take my piece off, man. I ain't like how it was touching me, man. So I'm just going with the little chain on them. You know what I'm saying?
Boy, the Border Patrol better not see that shit. I tell you that right now.
I be thinking that I was riding in a Corvette today. I'm like, nigga, I look like drug dealer 2000. Nigga got an icy chain in a convertible. A Corvette
probably blowing line with the fucking top down.
Yeah, man.
That actually sounds pretty dope if you ask me.
Yeah.
Nigga dope.
I know, right? Why don't I have better aspirations?
Cracker reckless nigga dope.
Facts. I was telling them my goals before the end of the year. They were like the most basic. I said,
save money, lose 5 to 10 pounds.
They were way worse than that. I said, all right, these were my goals for end of year. It was to get a hype chain, to get a full sleeve tattoo, to have straight teeth, and have 6-pack abs. Like, what kind of dreams are these?
That's some genius shit.
Like no bullshit. They're like the worst dreams.
You got some wishes. What you want? Like, you got unlimited wishes. Well, nigga, I want some abs. I take a bust down diamond piece.
For real, where are your priorities, Hype? That's what you want out of life, man. I got to do better.
Well, the abs and the teeth seem prioric.
I mean, I just wear it at Invisalign. I don't even do anything and shit. You know? Yeah. Invisalign is horrible, by the way.
Oh, shit.
It's honestly wonderful, but it's horrible in a way of it's take a long time. And it doesn't even take long to embrace it. It just take a long time. It's not fun, bro.
That's what I'm about to say. You can't blame Invisalign for how teeth operate.
Yeah, bro. Teeth are whack, bro.
Teeth are whack.
Yeah,
they're little bones that just continue to grow forever.
Yeah, man.
That is odd.
Yeah, being alive, period, is whack.
Being alive is pretty weird, man.
Oh, yeah, I know.
My daughter, she went to, shout out to my age remain. Real quick. Remember when I said my daughter went to? Adria came to me the other day and she was talking about she wanted to go to Disney World and shit. She's showing me all this Disney World shit all the time, right? So I looked up tickets for the family to go to Disney World. And that apparently it's like $600 or some fucking dollars to go to Disney World. Not included if she wants Disney shirts and Disney
I know
food.
somebody that took their family there for 10 bands. Fuck me. No bullshit. They like stayed at the hotel.
I was just about to say,
like,
yeah.
No bullshit.
There's a hotel there. I guess like a
10
princess hotel. No, it's 10 bands for the hotel alone for the night. Yes, we looked it up. To live in that castle, that princess castle.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have all the waiters and shit. It has a bunch of floors and shit. All that $10,000 a night, nigga.
Dog, this motherfucker don't eat from Chick-fil-A. Like, he was cheap, and that nigga bought that shit, bro. Like, no bullshit. That nigga came to work one day. He had a Chick-fil-A sandwich. I said, man, what's the story? What you got that salad for? He said, my wife got it, and she didn't eat it. So I was like, oh, I'm taking it to work. I'm like, this nigga act like he broke his nigga.
He probably was saving.
Yeah, that nigga house paid off and everything, bro. Like, this nigga for real about his money, bro. He
ain't cheap. I like that nigga, clearly. He make good decisions.
Man, I'm jealous of people like that. I wish I could be like that, bro.
I argue with my house about trying to be a nigga like that.
Man, I wish I could be like that. I can't be that, bro. Like, no bullshit.
And niggas want things, that's all.
Man, I just be wanting to do shit. I be wanting to buy shit. And then my daughter be wanting shit. I be like, man, I just be wanting to buy
daughter.
shit.
So she wanted to go to Disney World, and I said, Adri, you need a job, yo. And she's like, well, what do you want me to do? I was like, well, you need to figure out a way to make some money. She's like, well, I can clean up. I said, no, not my money, your own money. Me giving you that money for you cleaning up and shit, that's some chores and allowance, nigga. You want, I need a summer job money. So she decided she want to sell lemonade. She want a lemonade stand.
Okay.
So I went ahead and I set everything up for her, man. You got to buy a lemonade before I go. We set up the whole thing. I got the bottles. She made the lemonade, like mix it in.
You have like bottled lemonade?
Yeah, with the lid on. We got her sticker on it. Yeah. They fucked up my label, so they got to resend me the non-fucked up labels.
You haven't posted this anywhere? Why didn't I see this?
I was saving it till I had everything, man.
What you telling me for, man?
Well, no, because I have everything now. No, but look at that shit, man. See how shit looks like?
Oh, that's dope.
Don't play with her, yo.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And it's $5 for the lemonade. And it was like, damn, Adrian, that's a lot of money. She's like, but yeah, I don't want to be working for long. I said, girl, you a G.
Like, for real.
So she need to sell 125 bottles of lemonade to make her Disney World goals. So I'll put something in the description of this show or somewhere where you can find it if you want to come on and support Adrian. She's shipping shit too, my dog. She willing to ship all of it, man. But I say all that to say, I love that my daughter is a hustler, yo. And she want to go get it. And my logic of what I'm doing is I'm going to help her in any avenue that she won't get it. She got a YouTube page that she rarely makes videos on. And I'm, of course, helping her with that. You know what I'm saying? She like everything she does, she just wants to be able to do shit. And I'm just here to support the shit, essentially. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to parenthood, man.
My daughter is not no hustler, boy. My daughter is not no motherfucking hustler, man. She do not give a fuck, bro. And not even in like no negative way. It's just like, man, I don't
She ain't
give
pretending.
a fuck.
She just spending.
I'm like, man, you gonna play sports next year? She like, what sport should I play? I'm like, shit, like volleyball.
You tell me.
Yeah, I'm like, volleyball. She like,
I just can't see myself.
I'm like, softball. I'm like, you was a natural at softball. She like, you think so? I be like, yeah. She like, That's as far as it get. I know that, like, you know, it ain't happening. She be like, man, fuck that shit.
Her birthday's tomorrow, man.
Yeah, her birthday
Tell her I'm
tomorrow,
gonna send her a
man.
message. Well, Adrian gonna send her a message.
But
though.
she, nah, you know that's my dog, but she ain't got no ambition. But honestly, bro, she got, man, honestly, bro, I feel responsible that she don't got no ambition, bro.
But not only that, she's at like a sweet spot. Cause like you've always been good and you've always given her whatever the fuck she want.
Yeah.
But like lately, it's been in like overdrive. Right at the time that she's getting into
like
another lane of life. Exactly. It's so true, now bro. It's like, wait a minute.
Really
I wouldn't ask him for this 4 years ago, even though he might have given it to me anyway. But now I need it.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this and we're gonna move on. I never mad at her for not having any ambition because I've always told her that she will never have to work.
See, that seed is important.
That's why I feel responsible for it. But, you know, so I'm not even saying it in a way like, you know.
You don't
like
falter.
the ambition that I have, that I want her to have is to have the ambition to learn something. Yeah.
You don't need
I ain't talking about hard work and shit.
Ambition
I'm talking about,
mind.
to like learn something. You know what I'm saying? Learn something that you want to know. Like, that's what I want her to have. Ambition.
Something you can
and I feel like she will grow into it.
There you go. That's something you have time for. And that's something that money can buy. Yeah.
But I've always said that's my life goal, bro. My life goal is for my daughter to never have to work.
Yep. But mine's is to not make someone who feel owed. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you gonna have to get whatever it is you want. You might not have to get it the same way every time, but you're gonna have to get it. Even if it's figuring out a way to get it. Back to hustling. Her mother would tell her Monday to clean up the office. She'll clean up the office. And then by like Wednesday or so, Thursday, the office is dirty again. And Adrian would go and say, hey, if you give me $2, I'll clean the office. Her mother's like, well, I don't want to clean the office. It's $2. It's my daughter. My nigga, my daughter got a piggy bank with no coins. It's pure dollars and fucking bills in that shit. But my head is like, she's smart enough to make a problem and then charge to solve it.
I get it.
I love that shit.
Yeah, I do. I think it's awesome. I
love that shit. Like even now, this weekend, I think either this weekend or the next, I gotta figure it out. But we supposed to literally post up in our neighborhood with a lemonade stand. But we selling the bottles and the CO bottles and shit. And I, being the marketer that I am, I hustled with that. And I was like, Adrian, you know what to make this sell to adults? It's a 12-ounce bottle, but we put 11 ounces in it. And I tell her, you can save that, and you can even tell them, or you want me to whisper, they can pour the adult beverages in that motherfucker. And that for the top. Nigga, I was just by my sister's house, and they bought a few. They had some people over there, and they were like, oh, yeah. And they bought a few, and literally, somebody took some fucking vodka and poured the vodka in that motherfucker, shake it up, and bought 3 more bottles, y'all. Because they're like, nah, I'm drinking it. Well, best time to sell, baby.
Man, I'm done fucking with you. Man.
Yeah, but shout out to grind. But again, it goes back to what we were saying. That seed is important. What kind of seed are you planting? You know, are you just letting the seed grow? Are you like, you know what I'm saying? Certain fruits and shit, them motherfuckers will put like a stick up against the tree so they can help the tree grow in a specific way and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Growth is important. Is all I'm saying.
I feel you, man. I know me. I'm different, so I can't even talk about parenting with people. You know, I'm weird. You know, I'm weird. You know what I'm saying?
Parenting is like Russian roulette. In the sense that you can do what made someone else successful and it literally have the adverse effect for you. You know, like in your situation on some levels, you say things like, she don't have that much ambition. But it's like, you had all the ambition. That's how you got in the position you are, which allotted her the freedom of not having to have all that ambition. So it's like, I'm going to wait until I'm going to go as far as I can without this ambition.
And I'm cool with that. You know, and like I said, I look at that as a plus as long as I do what I need to do. You feel what I'm saying? But
if I fuck up, we fucked up.
I mean, I be wanting my daughter to know about like the mind and how shit work and you know what I'm saying, how people are. And I feel like that's important. You know what I'm saying? Like she know how to budget money that ain't hers, you know. Like a regular woman and shit. But you know, it's just I'm different, man. I'd be worried about like her mind. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could take care of the risk. You know.
That's hard.
Yeah.
But isn't it all connected?
What you mean?
Like, if you don't guide a mind, aren't you then going to have to deal with wherever it ends up?
Hell yeah. Like what you used to always say, if you don't raise your kids, you raise your grandkids. I was like, hell to the no. I was like, that shit true as a motherfucker,
yes,
man.
Indeed, feed the fucking deity.
Man, you took this podcast and took it to motherfucking.
Because I know, again, we ladies escape. You ain't 100% in it. You here so you don't get fined. So I come out hot. Again, I was at my sister's house today. She literally had like a smokes warming party. So I've been high all day long.
What's a smokes warming?
It's a housewarming with just smokes. Like she had like a smoke party and shit. She's doing like her real housewarming in like December.
Man, I wanted to have a house warming, man. I ain't never do that shit, nigga. This time flying, bro.
Well, ain't no set time on it. My sister been in there for months and ain't planning it till December. So nigga,
I want to do a joint where I have a comedy show inside the crib, man.
You say the shit you say to me, right? Which, you know, I don't know your intentions, but sometimes they are to hurt. But in my life, right, these things play out. Hype, today, I was talking to my lady. You remember that last birthday or so that we were supposed to have that comedy show right there on your steps?
Oh, yeah.
I had that conversation today in the car ride over. That. And here you are now saying you want the same comedy show.
That's crazy because I forgot all about that.
See, I'm trying to tell you. So when I let my mind do what it do, nigga, because clearly I went in the Back to the Future, my nigga.
This nigga's insane, man.
It's a little high. Like,
this nigga is insane, man. Listen to what he done made me talk about today, y'all.
I know, this has been the Rebel episode.
I had to talk about living La Vida Loca. I had to talk about lemonade stands. I had to talk about, what else? You had something else that was ridiculous as hell. What you started off? Oh, time traveling, man.
This shit is getting worse and worse and worse.
Said time traveling, bro.
Come on, guys. I need this to be our best listened podcast, man. Fuck with me, baby.
You need to call this the Rebel Show. The Rebel Show.
The Rebel episode.
You need to call the motherfucker Rebellious Vibes.
Nigga, I got him on.
I'm telling you, bro. The Rebellious Vibe, man.
Oh,
you
man.
Funny, man.
All right, well, go ahead. Give us something real quick, man. Take us out of this rebellious purgatory. And, man,
all right, hit him with what you want to hit him with.
The lines. Real quick, though, while we making fun of the information, the telescope, the James something telescope just released the new pictures that they had. Now, there was a Hubble telescope before that was the furthest that, you know, we were able to see. And they released a new telescope about 2 years or so. So the pictures from it finally come in. And what is odd to me is that it's like a more HD version of the same pictures they had before. So it's like, you know, imagine if like you had a nice logo, the Hype logo and shit, right? But now you got a better computer with like a better fucking program and shit, and you take that same one and like you put muscles on the Hype. So like you, nigga, like you. I just watched a clip from you from 5 months ago.
People haven't noticed my transformation,
nigga.
Bro. I'm not even bullshit. No one has noticed it, bro.
I looked at that shit today because I was looking at this old clip that I just put on the thing, and I was like, yo, because then I had how you look now in my mind from the last time. So when I'm seeing this nigga, I ain't seen him in forever.
I'm telling you, it's because the only people that see me all the time. You know, it's like when a kid grows, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't seen Adrian while I see Adrian. I say, damn, you tall as fuck. And you thinking, like, for real? When you see somebody all the time, and like I said, I have such a small circle of people that see me in real life now. No bullshit. It's like even extra motivation for me to keep working out because I'm like, yo, no one has noticed.
And I'm not even peaked yet.
Bullshit. Nobody has noticed.
So if they see me when I reach where I need to be, they gonna be blown.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
That's why you wore a tank top today on the show, man. Like, I'm tired of this shit.
You know this is what I wear, man.
You ain't wear a tank top in years, nigga.
Stop it, bro. That's not
Show
true.
me a clip where you got on a tank top.
Shit, every freckle video I got on the tank top.
And when last you made a freckle video?
Shit,
Would one say years?
I'd say probably 10 months.
You ain't made a freckle video.
I'd say probably about 14 months.
Closer to years than not.
Yeah. Man, R.I.P. to my nigga, man. Nah, I'm switching it up, though, man. I'm going to TikTok, man. They ain't appreciate me.
That's where you need to go, man.
You feel me?
I was talking to my boy girl, to my cousin girl, Chaco. Big up yourself. Shayla, big up yourself. And, like, I want to help her make, like, a black girl podcast show, man. Because, like, I'd like to even have her on the Raw Hype, man. Like, how she thinks is quick. And she, like, I was over there complimenting her because, like, I've been around her before, but this is the first time we was even, like, sitting and having this conversation.
Right.
I want to give her conversation away, but what she said was pretty dope. And she was going to talk about, like, blended families. Blended families.
You mean like having stepkids and shit?
Shit like that.
Right.
Or even, like, blended extended families. So, like, my lady was over there with my cousin and my other cousin and all these people. And, like, all of us never been in the same room together, even though all of us has interacted with all of us at different times. But those specific heads hadn't been in the room. Right. So she was kind of just expressing how it's weird to be new in front of people I already know. You know what I'm saying? Like, because now it's different dynamics involved now. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when you have like two friend groups together type of thing.
And you see your one in the other friend group and it's like, wait, this how you be?
Yeah.
So it's like one of those. So she was talking about, and I was like, man, that's intriguing. But then she was talking about even that, like having a step kid with somebody and then your own kid. Like that dynamic between the family. And I was like, man, that's actually a good like talking point and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it reminds me of something I've talked about before.
What was it?
Saying that stepfather is the most unappreciated job to like ever exist. Yeah, I mean like literally on some like you're telling me you and your kids are a package deal the day I meet you. Like,
nasty.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, let's say that's true, but it's expected that I accept this from day one.
It's expected that I care and treat him like I'm his daddy. Nigga,
like, yeah, that's a lot to ask of someone.
He don't do what you do for me.
And then it's such an unappreciated thing. Like, I feel like if you're a stepfather to someone's kids, you should be able to do things that a man who isn't a stepfather to someone's kids are not allowed to do. Like, if I was going to be, like, funny about it, I would say, like, a hall pass. Like, a hall pass where, like, you know, once a year, he just gets to go out and act bad, have an act bad-a-thon out here in these streets, and just do what he want to do. Or there's certain arguments that he should never have to have. Like, people truly do not give the credence that like, put it like this, I would never be a stepfather.
I said that, my dad.
And this is coming from a nigga with a kid. So it's like, if you date me, you're going to be, I don't want to say a stepmother, you know, because for me, my daughter is so old and she has a mother.
I feel like stepmothers and things and stepfathers should be reserved for either the motherfucker dead or if they're not in the life.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. You should just be dated. You should be viewed as the dude that dates my mom.
Yeah, to you, that should be my only responsibility.
Or the dude that married my mom. You feel what I'm saying? Like, literally. And it's because I don't have a relationship with you. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I didn't build a bond with you. You're not the reason. Like you can't keep me here.
Your tricks wasn't what kept me coming back
to
this place.
And then it's like,
you didn't tip on the toe for me.
It's a weird dynamic. Like, I'm attracted to you and I like hanging out with you, so I have to be a dad.
Hey,
it's like, this is weird to me, right?
Right, man. Pooh. You know what I watched last night with Adri? Bebe's Kids. You know what Bebe's Kids premise is? Exactly what you just said.
Yeah, it is.
And Bebe's Kids make you see how fucking ridiculous it is.
Right, exactly.
This nigga want to go on a date with her. He show up for the date. She got 3 other kids.
Yes.
Like, who's that? Bebe's Kids?
It's the truth. It's a very weird thing. But my whole point is, it's like no one talks about it. You know, like when somebody getting like a divorce and shit, like they don't say, well, like, man, you could have tried to work it out. He's been there for your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he cheated. Oh, you should have. They ain't not gonna say you should have tried to work it out. He's always been there for your kids. You know, they're not gonna say that. Or if she stays with him and says, well, shit, I'm just gonna cheat back, but she doesn't say he's always been there for my
He doesn't deserve a punishment.
Like, you've never heard anybody ever say anything like, I let this slide because he's always been there for my kids.
My life is, I don't think it's let slide, but like that dynamic you have is one that I promote in my house.
Understood.
Like, my lady knows that I care and love her, but she also knows like the sacrifice I've made being the nigga who would never fucking, I don't got it.
Oh, okay.
Being a nigga who would never, like while I was talking to her and dealing with her, she had a kid. And I told her, I would never be with a motherfucker with a kid. So like the chances of this happening is so slim to none that I can't even understand how it happened. But you're not going to act like it didn't. Right. You can't do this to me. You can't say this to me. Yeah. Because look, I'm in this position. You know what I'm saying? And she don't ever like force the shit on me in any way, which is logical. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't ever. You know what I'm saying? Like even with the boy, I would say this. He didn't have a father growing up, but he didn't miss out on the things that not having a father would allow him to miss out on. He still went to all the theme parks. He still did all that. He got all his video games. You know what I'm saying? He got attention. He got all the things that he want.
Respect.
You know what I'm saying? Or what he proclaims would make him feel good. So he never was with any lack thereof. The only thing we would say he was lack thereof is a father's love.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That. However that equate in a boy. But that's the only thing he's missing. But everything else.
And it's much better if you don't know about it. Because a father's love comes with a lot of bullshit for everyone else. Trust me. Even if you have a good father. Trust me. Like, there's things that, okay, I'll give myself as an example. Baby. Okay? Like, my daughter knows I love her or whatever, blah, 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 right? Just that alone is added pressure for her to be good, to be great, to be as great as I say she is, as great as I think she's going to be. You feel what I'm saying? So even if you're great, it still adds pressure. You feel what I'm saying? And then most fathers are shitty. So you, of course, have to factor that in. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it seems doper than it probably would have been, particularly when you're talking about somebody that is on the lower end of what you should be to be capable of being a father. Like, to be completely honest with you. Like, it's like my pops,
I feel like you're dancing.
Listen, I'm going to give you a good example.
Thank you.
All right? Like, my pops got a bunch of kids that don't know him at all. Okay? I grew up in the same house with my father. I know my life would have been better if I did not grow up with my father. That's exactly what I mean. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It's like a lot of motherfuckers you don't want to be around you, bro. Like, especially not with a title where they're supposed to do something. I promise you. And I know I grew up with both parents, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I know my life would have been better off without my pops.
I can't argue it.
You know, and you being a person that's like, all right, I'm out here giving my all to be a good father and shit. You know what I'm saying? You just even say the same thing about your pops. He give his all to be a good father and shit, right? So you know how many people don't.
That's a fact. So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I demand some form, a level of like, leave me the fuck alone-ity. I don't know what it would call it, but it's like one of those like, you know, like my lady don't come to me with, like she come to me with standard stupid woman shit. Right. But she don't come to me with anything that exceeds that. Right.
Which I can respect.
Yes. One, because, you know, we've lived a life to where she realized that doesn't work and it doesn't go in your favor, so you shouldn't do it. Right. And two, I'm not afraid to say, hey, I'm out here raising your fucking kid, yo. You ain't finna. Like, hey, because there's nothing in it for me. There's literally nothing in it for me.
That's the best phrase that I had that I did not use. That right there. That's why it should be commended.
Yes.
It's because there is nothing in this for me.
Again, if LeBron James had a fucking stepdaddy, he would have gotten something. Even if it's residuals from the mom. Like, all right, nigga, I know you're big, and here you go, nigga.
That's what it is.
I get nothing.
You get nothing from this. And enough stepfathers don't say that often enough.
Yes.
Because people find it to be offensive, and it's not.
Exactly. And I, being the rebel that I am, say, well, fuck you.
Straight up.
Like, I
tell my daughter all the time, I say, you should really appreciate your grandmother because she don't have to do nothing for you. And she does everything for you. Yeah. Like, just because she's your grandmother, she doesn't owe you shit. Just because I'm the guy with your with your mom, I don't owe you shit. I'm not like your dad at this point. You feel what I'm saying? So my whole point is, things are appreciated better when you put them in a true perspective.
Yes, when you don't fucking, I don't want to use sugarcoat, but coat it in some bullshit. Like,
no doubt.
Well, you're a stepfather. You took on that role. You know what you were getting into.
Right.
And you have to love those kids as if they were your own. That's fucking impossible.
Exactly. It's like Chris Rock says. He said, nigga always want credit for some shit he's supposed to do. He said, nigga, I take care of my kids. He's like, what you supposed to take care of your kids, you stupid motherfucker? And then he goes on a rant, right? And it's like, yes, you are supposed to take care of your kids. Like, you know me, I think I'm a great father, blah, blah, blah. I don't know why I keep doing this, blah, blah, blah. But it's like, I don't expect nobody to give me some credit for that.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? You don't deserve no credit for that.
Again, my age gives me my credit, and her outcome, hopefully, is the biggest credit she could ever give me.
Right.
Be a motherfucker I want to fuck with when you're older and you've succeeded me.
My daughter gives me my credit, right? But when you break down what it is to be a father, that's what you get in return. That's it.
Yeah. Hopeful credit.
No doubt. Like some credit, some appreciation.
There has to have been stepfathers who stepsons is in the league and shit. Like, didn't that one nigga, that football player the other day bought his stepfather a new truck or something like that?
No idea.
I feel like I saw that.
No idea.
But it's like, that's your hopes and dreams. Like, hopefully this nigga buy you a Dodge Ram.
I feel like you would definitely have a better shot at having a good stepfather over a father.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because the mentality of a stepfather to even attempt to help take care of another motherfucker's kid.
He got to be at least a high dude.
Come on. It starts at a one level.
Yeah, no, straight up. He got to at least be a high dude. I feel like your chances are better getting a good stepfather. Yeah, that's crazy, right?
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, I definitely think that's true. Yeah.
Would you say that's the same for a stepmother?
See, I was going to speak on stepmothers.
But we don't have the
But
passion.
stepmothers are so different because usually that kid is with their mother. So if you're dating a guy and his kid is usually with the mother, it's not really the same thing.
What they call that shit? I think called bonus mom is what they call it. They don't call it stepmother anymore. It's called bonus mom.
But like in stepdad's case, that kid is with the mother. So this kid is with me all the time. So they're two completely different things. So that's why they deserve different credit, although they both deserve credit, but they deserve different credit because the scenario that I just laid out is the most common one that happens. You feel what I'm saying?
We've said this before. I feel like I said this on the podcast before, but like my lady, I told her, I was like, I need to go get me another baby by another woman so we can both be on the same playing field, living in the house where I got two other people, baby. And she's like, fuck no, you better not never do that. I fucking that baby.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
No doubt. I would never be as dumb as you.
That's what I heard. That's exactly what I heard. You dumbass motherfucker. Who you think I am? You think I'm finna do this selfless shit? Hell no.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. It's a nobody wants to do that as far as women go, you know.
Let me tell you how nothing I got out of the situation. I was trying to not say nothing negative, right? But here's what happened today, right? It's not gonna be bad, but here's what happened today. My lady was making like some chili and shit, right? And of course, you know, I'm the better cook. Fatter now, I don't give a fuck. So I went ahead and helped the plate, and it got better. And she was like, "Oh, this shit tastes way better." And you know, so everybody was eating. Well, all of them was eating. Lucky motherfuckers. They all was eating this shit, and you know, everybody ate the food. Said the food was great as fuck. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm still hungry." And I was like, "Well, we got some bread there. I can make you like a sloppy Joe, and that shit a slap." He's like, "Nah, I don't like sloppy Joes." I was like, "Well, why you don't like sloppy Joes?" He's like, "Oh man, one time I had the sloppy Joe, it wasn't any good." I was like, "Well, where did you have the sloppy Joe?" He's like, "Well, my grandmother made it." I was like, Well, I was like, did you just like what you just ate? He's like, yeah. I was like, well, that isn't the sloppy Joe, so how could it be bad?
Right.
And then I go, like, why are you comparing me to your fucking grandmother when literally your best comparison is I just fed you just now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a kid, though. And when it's not your kid,
it looks different.
Yes, that's the truth, bro. That's the truth.
It looks
everybody is arrogant enough to understand the huge, vast difference between your kid and someone else's kid.
And I hate that they ask you to ignore it.
Oh, for sure.
It's like the biggest elephant in any room, but they tell you, no, love it like it's yours. It's like, well, it don't do the things that mine would do.
Straight up. Like, I would be fine with someone saying, like, let's say I was dating someone, not the case here, but let's say I'm dating someone.
Let me clear my name immediately.
And they say, I don't care about your kid at all. I'm totally fine with that. I don't need you to care about my kid. You feel what I'm saying? I am totally fine with that.
Saying that to me means, though, any situation that has to do with my kid, you can never speak on.
Yes,
meaning, if
sure.
I tell you, hey, I got to go over here to my kid, your response should be nothing.
Don't get it twisted. You are undateable to me. But it's not because of that. It's because of it's who you are.
Yes.
Because I'm never going to request or require you to care about my kid. But even if you were like around her and I just felt like you didn't, I'm fine with that. You know what I'm saying? If you said it to me verbally, though, I would look at it that way.
I'll probably have sex with you one more time and that's it.
But if you just, you weren't connected to her, I don't care about that. I don't need that.
I was gonna say
like I said, I feel like it's more with you. Like if they ain't around, it's different. You got kind of got to.
I was able to do this job and help raise that boy because his father wasn't around. Like you can't be around here and I have to do this job.
From a dating standpoint, let's talk about this. We talked about this before. Dating a woman that has a kid, where the kid's baby dad is in the kid's life, is like the shittiest situation that a woman.
I wouldn't advise that at all.
I mean, that a dude could sign up for.
Yes, indeed.
It's the worst.
Yes, indeed.
Like no bullshit.
Because shitty or not, that real father has what I would deem more say than you, even though you deserve more because you do more work.
Facts.
If I say, hey, I don't want this fuck nigga around my daughter no more. But he takes her to school every day and he feeds her and he does band practice and all that. Yeah, but he a fuck nigga and I don't want him around my kid.
And let's say, right, that like you say, hey, fuck you. I'm not going to listen to you. It's just having to deal with that and him having to deal with it is horrible. Okay?
They got band practice with your daughter. You show up. Yeah, that's my daughter, nigga.
But
and it's a scene.
That's
now.
what people immediately think, what you said, right? But let's say he's a good dude, right? All right, so if he's a good dude, then that just means he's always around. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, to sign up from day one, no matter how you grow into, and he's like a brother to me, to sign up from day one for that situation, the odds of it being great are not in your favor.
It's not.
They're not in your favor.
Even in the sense of like, if you're there to see your daughter start loving him as a father more than you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Which is easily done if he's already there and taking me to band and doing all this extra shit.
Okay, perfect fucking example.
Come on, baby.
Okay, let's say everybody's great, right? She loves him because he's so great, right? And I'm over here outside still getting love, but not in-house love by Mr. Great over here, right? All right, I'm him, but everything is perfect, remember? Okay, then I start to kind of not like that my daughter's loving stepdad more, right? So let's say I like try to start doing overboard.
I want to take her to band practice.
Thank you. Or I start making it known to her so she feels bad. You feel what I'm saying? So everybody's great. Baby mom's great. Guy's great. I'm over here being great, right? But then I say, I don't like it because of this. And then she feels bad. And then let's say she trusts him. So she goes and tells him, it's like, well, my dad doesn't seem like to, his feelings really seem hurt because he feels like I love you more than I love him, right? No one is in the wrong here. You see? No, if you're the father outside, you have the right to feel that way. It would be a hurting situation. No one's in the wrong. And look who's the one person that has to bear that outside of the child. It's new dude. He didn't do nothing wrong. Nobody did nothing wrong, but new dude is the only one. Like new dude is like on some, damn, I felt like I was doing the right thing.
And now I'm fucking up their relationship.
I'm fucking up their relationship. And hey, maybe I don't give a fuck about him. We're all good, but it hurts her.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? That is tough. And it's a bad situation to be in because even if it goes perfect, it could go bad for being so perfect.
For being so perfect.
Man, that's rough, man.
That's beautifully said, though.
Yeah, that would suck.
Come on, man. Segue right into another TikTok. You sent this the other day, and I said we're going to play this, and then we're going to get up out of here.
All right.
See, that time I didn't have to fucking follow the motherfuckers in order to hear
45F, cheated on my ex-husband, 45 male, and ruined his relationship with our daughter. 24F, me and my ex met in high school.
You should read it.
Had our one and only daughter after college.
You're right.
Yeah, just turn the volume all the way down, and then you read that bitch.
You're such a smart guy.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's start it over.
Yeah.
We're now about to enter a reading.
This is a good ending.
Yeah, man, where's the beginning? All right, so it goes, a female, 45-year-old female, cheated on her ex-husband, 45-year-old male, and ruined his relationship with his daughter. That's why I thought about that when you said what you said right there.
I forgot all about this.
Yeah, and I'm only kind of kill time because, like you said, I should have paused it, but it's taking forever to get there. It goes, me and my ex met in high school, had our one only daughter after college, and got married a year after. Things were going great for years. As time went on, it got stale. Dead bedroom situation, daughter away at college, a bunch of normal marriage stuff that I decided to burn. I decided to burn my daughter's graduated from college and move back home. I forgot exactly how she found out, but she confronted me about possibly cheating on her dad. I tried to lie, but it wasn't working. I told her a sob story about how I was unhappy, which wasn't even true, and that I loved her father, but I also loved the man I was cheating with. This way I can be happy and her father can be happy. The sob story worked and she agreed to keep it a secret. Her only condition was that I couldn't bring him to the house, so I would always go with him to his place. Well, one day my ex went through my phone and while I was asleep and saw everything. All of my conversations and pictures with my ex-cheater. He saw when I told him that my daughter was keeping the secret, which led to him reading my texts. Mm-hmm. And he saw the conversation with me and my daughter. And when she said, I just want you to be happy, I noticed something was up for the next week or so because he didn't really talk to my daughter. And besides the monotone yeses or nos or I don't cares. And this really affected my daughter because they were always so close. And she started panicking that he knew. Well, one day, me and my daughter was watching TV and he came home and he slapped divorce papers right in front of me and said, I want a divorce. And I was like, what? And he told me the name of the guy I was cheating with. I asked our daughter to leave the room and he said, no. She can hear this too. After all, she wants you to be happy, right? My daughter and I started having a breakdown, begging him to forgive us. He yelled, hell no, I want a divorce. And that I quicker sign, the quicker he can leave our lives, since obviously we didn't love him and he obviously wasn't good enough father to our daughter for her to keep this secret.
They're good. We're good.
We good?
Yeah.
It took about 9 months for the divorce to go through. I begged my daughter to help him reconcile. Begged him to help reconcile with my daughter, or at least forgive her. But he was adamant that he wanted nothing to do with us. Since neither me or my daughter cared for him or seen him, she tried to text him, call him, but he ignored her. Our relationship has been deteriorated. She went into a deep depression where she had some explosive arguments with me. She told me that she regrets ever keeping and covering for me.
All right, we're good. All right.
End scene.
Wife cheats on husband. Daughter finds out about it. Mm-hmm. Gives sob story to daughter. Mm-hmm. Daughter then promises to keep the secret. Husband found out they've been keeping the secret together. Mm-hmm. Stop fucking with everybody. Mm-hmm. Daughter then stop fucking with mom because ruined relationship. Mm-hmm. Right? There's no going back from this.
None. My response to you was, I'm proud of him.
Yeah,
for keeping that pressure on his daughter.
No bullshit.
Because it's like I told literally after I read that when you said it to me, my daughter was right next to me and I said, hey, yo, I love you very much. And if you ever pick your mom over me in a situation like this, you're going to have to stay with her. Dog, she's like, no, I would never. I was like, no, I know you would never now. But I don't know if she might tell you or sell you something that make you feel like she could keep the secret.
That's a big L, bro, for the dude, man. That's a big fucking L.
Sorry,
man.
Hype, but that's the only way for him to wear that.
Yeah. He gotta stop fucking with everybody.
He gotta stop fucking with everybody.
That's crazy. And then the daughter, she gotta stop fucking with the mom.
Yep. That unfolded exactly how it should have unfolded.
It's true. Like, you put me in this situation, pit me up against my pops, now he don't fuck with me. Like, I'm done with you.
Fucking with you.
Yeah, I knew I should have fucked with your ass. Like, no bullshit. It's unbelievable, bro. It's like, you know how we were talking about everything going perfect with the stepdad and shit? This is everything going terribly wrong.
Oh, my gosh.
No
this
bullshit.
is a perfect wrong story.
Like, without him coming home and shooting everybody, it couldn't have got worse than what happened, bro.
All I said, the only thing missing from this scenario is dead bodies.
No bullshit. It's as bad as it could be. Like, this is one of those things where if nobody dies, it's even worse. Like, we all alive with this. Nobody's happy.
Yep.
Nobody's happy. What a horrible situation, bro. Man, it's so crazy.
And this is why I give women, this is a situation that you can say men do as well and all this different stuff. The reason that I have it more geared towards women being problematic doing this is because she ropes in your kid.
Yeah.
I don't think the father ever, well, I don't know, because I ain't no cheating ass nigga, but I don't think in most cases the father has the child and as an accessory to his cheating.
I agree.
I feel like only a woman have the balls to do that.
A dude that would do that with particularly his daughter, I'd say his son even. No, I can see that. I'm lying.
I can say the son. I can see the son.
I can see it with the son. Yeah, with the son, I can definitely see
it. Nigga come home with a new Corvette. Honey, where you get that from?
But I feel like
just blackmail the nigga. That's all.
I can definitely see that. I can see it with a son. Yeah,
that's why I feel like it's the daughter aspect makes it worse.
But even with a girl, with a woman would have asked her if it was a son too, though.
See, I don't think so.
Oh, she would have asked her son to hide that. She would have asked anybody that knew to hide it.
Sorry, she asked any kid to hide it. Yes.
Period. Yes. Yeah, she would have asked him to hide it.
See, even with the father, sometimes depending on the relationship
with
the mother.
I don't feel like a father would ask his daughter to hide that.
I don't think so. And even with the son, that's what I'm saying. Let's say the son loves, but if the son loves the mother, the father knows the son ain't gonna keep it because he's gonna be mad at him and he's gonna be big. You cheating on my mama, you fuck nigga. You ain't never been a man.
He'll still ask him to, though. I mean, what choice do you have? But with a daughter, man, it'll be too tough. I don't think I can do it, man.
And I feel like that is the connection. And that's the reason it hit me the way it hit me. Because, like, the way my daughter loves me and the way she moves and portrays and acts around me and about me, it's like, I hope that love never deteriorates.
I'll be feeling the same way. We got my laptop out the door. We got to get up out of here.
I hope that love never deteriorates, right? So, in the sense of, like, is it red?
Like, yeah, it's about to die.
Oh.
I'm like, I'm dead ass.
We got time to bars?
Yeah, man, put on something.
Yeah, you go. You pick it, man. I don't want to pick the wrong one. But, hey, man, shout out to the Raw Hype. Shout out to the Raw Hypers, man. If you a parent, man, love your kid, man. If you a step parent, man, ask for something extra.
Hey, this the beat I was listening to yesterday. I ain't rap on it, but this be hard, boy.
Get something extra, yo. Yeah. Turn it up. Turn it up.
This bitch hard.
They ain't gonna give you the credit you deserve. Stepdaddy, the best daddy. Who is your dad? Who was the best? I gotta say that it was my step. He was the one that hated me the best. He the one who coached all my games. Yeah, he was the ref. When I want food, he cook it, he the chef. I wouldn't accept nothing less. So he been living and loving me. He give me money when I feel his shit and he make me feel ooh so comfortably. He better my dad. My dad was a whack nigga. He ain't never come back, nigga. I hate that nigga. Probably a fat nigga. Whack nigga, man. He can't tell me jack, nigga. But my stepdaddy, he can get whatever he want from me. I cook that man some egg. I'm making my cake when it's birthday. My stepdaddy. Hey. He is my stepdaddy. Hey, go ahead.
Jesus wept. My dad, my step. I'm loving them. I'm loving them to death. He didn't bought me shit. He didn't took me to the mall. He didn't took me to the carnival. I said, damn, stepdad, what else is your black ass gonna do? He said, what you want, son? You want a PS4? PS5? I said, hell yeah, stepdad. Ooh, yeah, it could all be mine. He took me to the mall. He said, grit anything you want. I said, damn, stepdad, you the dad I never had. And I'm like, man.
accept nothing less, daddy. Then who my stepdaddy? Hey.
It's for all the stepdads out there, man.
Stepdaddy.
I like how I took the angle where I was the one with the stepdad. You hear that? I need a step. I got a daddy issue, man. I need a stepdad.
I need someone to love me right,
I want to
man.
get Kareem Abdul-Jabbar to be my stepdad, man.
He can teach me the sky hook. When I go outside in the parking lot, he show me look how mine look. He say lift your arm up, man. That was the best damn moment I ever had with a dad. Guaranteed he was my step. He was better than the rest. Ooh. Who?
It was a dream that my dad was Kareem, and I'm like, hold up, can I be on the Lakers? Can I be on that team? He said, let me make a call. He said, listen up, my young boy, he can ball. And then I went off in that court, and then I dunked it on them all. I'm like, stepdad,
You the best dad.
you the best dad
that I never had.
We've
We been playing flag football. We been tossing the ball. I mean, if I was his daughter, I'm sure he would take me to the mall. He gon' buy me a couple of things, couple of drinks, and a couple of diamonds with a couple of rings. I tell him I'm thirsty with a couple frames, and he's gonna sit down, buy his pizza and a couple of drinks. I mean, he loves us so much. Stepdad.
It's for all the stepdads.
Shout out all the stepdaddies, man. Shout out all the Raw Hype stepdaddies, man. Hit us up if you're a stepdaddy, man. Stepdaddy.